Good morning, Mr. Adden. Alexander, is that the only one we have? We don't have either one here for the motions.
That's
Either-
all for now. Yes, I don't know if Steve's maybe heard anything.
Good morning, Robert.
Good morning.
Have you or Steve heard anything about whether or not either of the parties in these two motions will be present today?
I have not heard anything. I understood that Mr. Piontek would be here because there was a motion to reconsider. This case was the motion was originally heard last month, and then after he found out it was heard last month, he sent a lengthy email saying that he wasn't. There was a mix-up on communication. So, but other than that, I've not had any direct contact with Mr. Piontek. I haven't had any direct contact with Mr. and Mrs. Iwakoa, Coca, whatever, the other party.
Steve, you have any information?
No, Mr. Chairman, I'm a little surprised too because as Mr. Adden indicated, I was going back through my email and back on the day after I think this was heard in November. Mr. Piontek indicated that there was, it was his understanding that it would be scheduled, his hearing would be scheduled in December, not in November, that he was out of town and so forth. And so I told him in that email that the commission would reschedule the hearing or a hearing to consider withdrawing its prior decision and opening it back up. And I told him that would be scheduled during the December 13 to 16 virtual session, and that notice of that date and time would be determined and mailed to the parties the following week. And excuse me just a second, let me grab my notices. And that notice actually was sent out on November 21st, indicating that the meeting would be today at 9 a.m. By WebEx, including the link and that type of thing. So I am surprised that that we haven't heard from him and that he's not in attendance.
All right, let's do this. Let's take the second case first, and then we'll do the first case, Mr. Piontek's case, in case he's a little late or something. You have the statement on the top of our agenda as to any conflicts. Hearing none, I will find that there are no conflicts this morning, hearing or seeing. We originally, by the way, we have just two motions left on the calendar today. We did have another one, but I think that got taken care of a couple days ago. The Cato Corporation, is that correct, Mr.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
The Cato's withdrawn that appeal, and they have that was a 2018 tax appeal. They also have a 2019 and a 2020 tax appeal. We've settled the 2019 and the 2020 tax appeal, so we're going to be getting you some paperwork. They agreed to withdraw one, and we settled the other two, so we took care of all three PTC cases just yesterday.
Okay. All righty. And I think we had about 14 other cases from Mecklenburg, but you have done a good job in settling all those, or maybe one was withdrawn.
We got several of them withdrawn. We settled. There were 11 hotel appeals and had the same tax rep. The tax rep was a former county employee, and anyway, we worked with him and able to come to some agreement on values for some, and he withdrew the other. So,
all right. Okay. Well, let's. I'm going to try to pronounce this. If anybody has a better one, they can do it. Iwoka, from Mecklenburg County, Robert and Elizabeth Dean, and that's number 20, Property Tax Commission 0401. So, Mr. Adden, we'll hear you on this one.
yes, this is an untimely to the Board of Equalization and Review. It's a 2020 tax year appeal. The adjournment date for the Board of Equalization and Review in 2020 was May the 4th. The motion that I filed is verified. We have a copy of the notice of publication in the Charlotte Observer notifying the public of the May 4th, 2020 adjournment date. The taxpayers tried to appeal the 2020 value. Their appeal form is dated May 1st, 2020, but it was not mailed according to the U.S. Postal Service. The post office, the envelope it was sent in, was postmarked on May the 13th. So although they dated their appeal form on May 1st, they did not mail it until May the 13th. Interesting, the appeal form that they sent in had attached to it some Zillow sales that they said were supporting their value. And the Zillow sales apparently were printed on May the 12th, according to their own documents. In the upper left-hand corner, there's a May 12th date, May 12th, 2020 date. So even though they said that even though they signed their appeal form on May 1st, they attached documents that they printed on May the 12th. They apparently mailed it on May the 13th, and that was obviously 9 days after the adjournment date. Accordingly, this appeal was untimely, and we ask that the PTC dismiss it. And I've not had any contact or heard from the taxpayers.
Okay, we have some other parties on. Are they with either one of these cases? Do you recognize them? Anyone?
Who is on? I'm looking to see
Mecklenburg
who's on.
County, it shows.
Yeah, Ann Torres or Calvin Johnson might be on
Okay.
just to observe. Yes.
Is that Calvin back there? It's a long shot. Yes, it is. Okay. Good morning, Calvin. All right. And, all right. Let the record show that nobody appeared in this matter except the county. Do I have any questions or discussion, motion?
Make a motion to dismiss.
All right, I have a motion by Commissioner Michaud that this matter be dismissed for failure to timely file with the Mecklenburg Board of Equalization and Review. Second by,
Second.
I think I heard Mr. Peasley first, although I saw Mr. Guest's hand go up about the same time. So we'll do Mr. Peasley on this one. Commissioner Peasley, okay. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
And it's unanimous and the motion is dismissed. By the way, Mr. Adden, you're coming in loud and clear today and we've had no technical problems. So,
Well, good. I came into my office today. I said, I'm going to come into the office instead of just walk into my other bedroom and work from my home office.
well, it's working fine today. Thank you.
Good.
Okay, Mr. Pelfrey, you've not heard anything else this morning or otherwise from Mr. Piontek?
Let me double check my email. I had not heard anything. No, sir. I have not gotten anything from Mr. Piontek since his original email to me last November, or well, last month, I should say.
Okay. All righty. Well, let the record show that no one has appeared at this time on the 19 Property Tax Commission 0545 on here by the taxpayer on a motion to reconsider the commission's prior order dismissing this matter. Do I have any discussion? Do I have a motion in this matter?
So moved.
Second.
All right. Commissioner Guest, you're a little slow with your motion, but you're quick with your hand. But I heard Terry first, so we'll do. Vice Chairman Wheeler moves that this motion to be reconsidered be dismissed, and Commissioner Guest moves that seconds the motion. Any further discussion on this? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to deny the motion to reconsider in 19 Property Tax Commission 0545, the Piontek Ball matter, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. And it's unanimous, and this matter is dismissed. Okay, Mr. Adden, how are things going in Mecklenburg with your cases down there? Do you still have a lot that may be coming our way, or?
I think, we started out with 750 parcels from 2019. I think we're down to about 150. We've been moving right along with them. Still have most of them are commercial appeals. Been getting a few 2021 appeals coming in, just some taxpayers that, are appealing the 2021 values, but not much. I think we've got about 20 of those appeals. So it's getting manageable. John Olson, the supervisor for commercial properties, he and I have been working real well with Charles Renal and his associate Collier Marsh. Charles had about 250 parcels on appeal, and every 3 weeks, Charles and Collier and John and I get on the phone and have about an hour and a half or 2 hour conference call on the cases, and we're working through them, and have got, as you see quite a few settlements that come through, and we work them out. I mean, the commercial appeals, office buildings, strip shopping centers, those things, those tend to work themselves out as long as both sides are reasonable, and we've had some good success with it. So we're just moving right along. So our next revaluation's 2023. It's not too far off.
Okay. Now, have all those been heard by the Board of Equalization and Review?
Oh yeah, yeah. All those have been heard by the BER and everything. So
They're all on appeal to us, but hadn't been scheduled
Yes,
yet. Is that right? Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
hmm
All right.
And we got a couple of. I think I got 3 cases scheduled for January. Have y'all made any decision about in person or virtual for January?
It's in person right now. We hope we'll be able to. We'll probably know more in a few days, I would expect.
Yeah.
But right now, we have another location that Alexandra and I visited last week that looks like it will work well. It's out there at Atlantic Avenue site. Department
Oh
of-
yeah. Okay.
Okay, anything else, Steve?
Nothing more for the record today, Mr. Chairman.
All right, well, we will see you in the morning at 9 a.m. and Steve is going to have some information about training. Doesn't appear that we've got anything at this time that's on the calendar. All right, we will see y'all tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Robert.
you.
Thank you. Bye now.
Calvin and
Bye-bye.
everybody else.
Bye.
in
See ya.
Mecklenburg.
Just to confirm, you don't need a reporter tomorrow, right? Everything's
Uh,
fine.
we do not, Linda.
Okay. I'll see you
but,
Thursday morning.
Linda, if you want to join us, well, Linda, we will go on the record. So why don't you join us and you can get on the record what we put on the record, and
Okay.
that way it won't knock you out of anything. And
Sure,
you'll
if
get
you
a
want me
chance.
to be there, I'm happy to do it. So
Okay,
I'll
it
I'll
shouldn't
see you
be
in the
long.
morning unless I hear otherwise. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Uh-huh.